welcome to Melis Fairy. Today we are putting all of the Zelink scenes against each other in an epic battle. Roll the intro. So I've made a bracket thing. I'm gonna link the template on the description in case you wanna do it. And it's basically all of the major Zelda and Link moments from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and we're gonna just put them against each other and see which one comes out victorious, which is the ultimate. I have a few guesses, but we're just gonna have to see how they stack up against each other. Apologies if I forgot a moment or two. There's only so many I can put in here, and I wanted to focus on the major ones, even though there are some that are kind of minor, but you know, I did my best. So right away, the first battle here is between two Breath of the Wild moments. This one is the knighting of Link, when Zelda is like knighting Link, and it's a funny moment because the champions are being so awkward about it, but it does have meaning in terms of the Zelda and Link relationship. She is very perturbed by her burden to awaken her powers, and there's so much going on in her mind, and she's having to do the ceremony and it's not flowing, so it's funny and meaningful at the same time. This one is when they're just walking and she questions Link about the Master Sword and like his burden, pretty much. So they kind of mirror each other in a way. I think I prefer this one because their relationship is a bit more advanced at this point, and it's more of a conversation. Even though Link doesn't talk, it's more of a conversation. So I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah. Next one is, oh, I love both of these. So this one is the classic stop following me moment. She's just so angry and frustrated again. She's very frustrated most of Breath of the Wild in terms of memories. And this one is, it's technically not really a lot of interaction between Link and Zelda, but it is Urbosa asking Link about their relationship, and then when Urbosa wakes Zelda up, Zelda kind of blushes when she sees Link, so it's cute. But I think I prefer this one just because it's funny. Obviously, yeah, she's being rude. He's literally just doing his job and she's like, stop following me. But I think you have to look past the surface here, and I think it's just a really good layered moment. So yeah, this one. Okay. I love this one. This one is when Zelda is running from the Yiga clan and Link just shows up out of nowhere and saves her, and she just looks at him for the longest time, and it's kind of her realizing how much she means to him and how he is always going to be there to protect her. This one is when they're starting to notice how many more enemies are around, how many more monsters are around. And Zelda shows a lot of concern for Link here. She talks about how he's a little reckless and that he's not invincible and he should be a bit more careful. This is very, very hard, but I think I'm gonna go with this one because I just love the look on Zelda's face. I think it just shows a lot. Okay, this one's kind of easy for me. This is the frog scene. Frog scene is very famous. There's a lot of memes about it, and it's adorable. Like, Zelda's super excited about finding the frog, and Link gets a little spooked about it. This one's great too. This is when they're out in the rain. Well, they're sheltering from the rain and waiting for the rain to pass, and Link is practicing his swings, and Zelda is just contemplating how they're kind of set on their path by parents, how they're fated to do certain things because of how they were born into the world, in a sense. So she talks about her duty and then wonders if Link would have had a different duty if he wasn't the child of a knight as well. So it's very good. It's a very good moment. But the frog. Okay, so this one is when they're talking about the Guardians and like the technology of the Guardians, and they're just kind of bonding, and then King Rome shows up and ruins everything and is just a jerk to Zelda. And yeah, and this one is when Zelda is praying for her powers to awaken, and she's very sad and frustrated once again, and Link is just kind of guarding her, protecting her. I'm gonna have to go with this one because this moment just really makes me angry. because King Rom. You know what I mean? Okay, this is easy. I love this moment. I love that they're like side by side, riding their horses, talking. Well, Zelda's talking, and it's cute and casual, and it leads to that moment where she's talking about turning the age that she can go to the thing. What's the thing? Where she prays for the goddess. Forgot the name of the thing, but yeah, I do love it. But this is just peak Zelda and Link. They're running for their lives, and then she just breaks down, and Link stops, literally puts his sword away just to comfort her, and they just have this moment, and it's amazing. And this could be a winner. This has potential to win the whole thing, but we'll see. So this is when Zelda saves Link from the Guardian, from the laser. This is when she awakens her power through protecting Link, and it's epic and amazing. And then she asks the soldiers to take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. Also potential to win this one. This one is the Do You Really Remember Me from one of the final cutscenes of the game, which I love, but yeah, this. Okay, so now we're on the second stage of this side of the bracket. I thought the bracket would take me to this one after I did the first line here. Oh well, maybe I don't know how brackets work. So talking about their fate, Zelda being sassy and annoying, I'm gonna go with this one. Frog or Link protecting Zelda? Oh, this is hard, but I think Frog. It's just such a memorable moment. Okay, this one's gonna win most battles. Okay, line 3 now. Frog or sassy Zelda? Frog. Oh, this is impossible. Like, this is actually impossible. I think I'm gonna have to go with Zelda saving Link. I love this moment so much, but this one just takes it by a little bit. Just by a little bit. And then it's this one or Frog, and it's gonna have to be this one. Okay, so now we've made it to the other side of the bracket. So this one is after the Do You Remember Me scene, which is them just walking around Hyrule and talking about what to do next. Like, I think Zelda says that she wants to go to Zora's Domain, and like just her planning stuff. And then she talks about how she doesn't really feel her power anymore and that she's fine with it. And it's major character development, and it's a very good moment. This one is the secret true ending of Breath of the Wild. If you get all the memories, I think that's all you have to do to get it. And it's a great moment because you see the spirits of the champions and King Rom kind of watching over Zelda and Zelink, Zelda and Link, and it kind of shows them moving on, you know, into the light. But I think this one means more in terms of the relationship between them, more than this one. I think this one is more of like a general moment, and this one is more focused on them, even though they're talking about other things as well, but yeah. Okay, interestingly, it paired two moments where it's just Zelda. Well, not just Zelda, but Link isn't here. But there are still moments that mean a lot in terms of their relationship. So this one is when after Zelda saves Link and he's taken to the Shrine of Resurrection, Zelda goes to talk to the Deku Tree, and she starts saying, like, when you see Link again, tell him that and she never finishes the message that she wants Link to hear, because the Deku Tree is like, tell him yourself. The Deku Tree doesn't say it like that, but the Deku Tree says that the words will mean more coming from her. And there's a lot of theorizing about what those words were gonna be. Mostly her saying that she loves Link. So it is a great moment. This one is our first Tears of the Kingdom moment, which is when Zelda is talking to Sonia and Rauru, and she starts just gushing about Link, talking about how brave and strong he is, and how he's a hero and never leaves her side. And Rauru and Sonia are like just acting like parents, really kind of teasing her about it, but wanting to hear more, and it's great. I think I'm gonna have to go with this one, just because it's such a different vibe than the other ones. We don't get enough lighthearted moments like this, so I really value it. So yeah, this one. Okay, so two moments of the same sequence, kinda. So this is the opening scene, basically, where you're going down Hyrule Castle and Zelda's all excited about finding the stuff, the Zonai statues and the murals and stuff. And she's concerned about Link when the keys show up. And it's just a great moment just to see them side by side right at the beginning of the game. And this is obviously when she falls after the castle starts ascending and Link tries to catch her and can't. I love this moment a lot because you can really see how Link really does not care about anything other than saving Zelda, because he literally throws the Master Sword away to rush towards her. So it's gonna have to be this one. I love both though. Both moments that relate to the Master Sword. This is when Link sends the Master Sword back in time so Zelda can start healing it. Well, he doesn't know that, but that's the moment. And this is one of the memories you get from before the upheaval, when they're getting the Master Sword back from Korok Forest. And neither of these moments are particularly meaningful in terms of the romantic relationship between them, but I think this one has more implications of their connection in general. This one, they're together, but it's not really about them. So I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, so getting the Master Sword is moment number one, which is an epic moment. You get the voiceover from Zelda as well. But this one is when Zelda as the Light Dragon comes to the rescue, when Link is about to face the Demon Dragon. And it's honestly one of my favorite moments out of all games, not just Zelda games, all games that I've played. So this one's gonna be hard to beat. Okay, again, separate moments from the same sequence. So this is Link reaching for Zelda when she turns back, which parallels the beginning of the game when he can't catch her. This time he can, and it's great. And this one is after they're on the surface and Zelda realizes what's happening, and she's telling Link like, oh, she has so much to tell him and the things she's seen, and how she's like, oh, the Master Sword made it, you did it, and it's great. It's hard to choose, but I think I'm gonna have to go with this one just because they're both conscious. So I think that just gives it an edge. So now the bracket's being weird because it's giving me this moment again, and I don't think we're on the second thing yet, but sure. This is when we have some hand holding at the end of the Temple of Time. Yeah, and it's fine, but I don't think it means that much. I think it's kind of like mirroring the moments between Link and the sages when he like gets their summons. I think it's supposed to parallel that, and it's not that personal in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with Zelda talking about Link to Sonia and Rauru. Okay, now we've moved on to the second stage of that side. So that's why this moment is here again. So one of the cutscenes at the end of Breath of the Wild, and Sonia and Rauru talking to Zelda about Link. I'm gonna have to go with this one. I just really like it. Okay, Link trying to save Zelda, or Link sending Zelda the Master Sword? Link trying to save Zelda. More personal. Zelda coming to the rescue, or post-rescue Zelda talking about everything. Zelda coming to the rescue. Okay, now it's getting serious. I think I'm gonna have to go with Link trying to save Zelda, even though this one has beaten a lot of the other options. I just think this moment is so epic and cinematic that it has to win against this one. How many times has this moment showed up? What I think is happening is that the bracket thing is like filling some gaps because I didn't have like the maximum amount of moments here that they allow. So I think that's what's happening. But yeah, Zelda comes to the rescue for sure. Because this one shouldn't even be here anymore because it's already lost. But I think that's what's happening. Zelda coming to the rescue. Is this the final one? Oh, it is. Oh, I can't do it. I can't choose. Both of them are Zelda saving Link. I did say that this is one of my favorite moments in video game history because it's so epic and it's such a climax, but I feel like I connect emotionally more to this one possibly. But do I? They're kind of the same. You know that meme from The Office where they're like, it's the same picture. This is kind of the same picture, really. She's just rescuing him in different ways. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with this one, I think. This one, the one from Breath of the Wild, it was like a natural progression of her feelings developing along with her powers, and the fear of losing Link / her love for Link awakens her powers, and it's beautiful. This one is the same but means even more because she's not supposed to remember who Link is. She's not supposed to be conscious at all about who she is. You're supposed to lose yourself when you go through the draconification process. So the fact that she instinctively, somewhere in there, knows to come to Link's rescue, it's like the same love that's here, but even bigger because it's literally fighting through a process that was supposed to erase who she was completely. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna go with this one, even though it hurts. That's the one. So yeah, I feel like this is one of those things that if I did this on a different day, it would look completely different. But I think I'm happy with it as of today. Let me know what you guys think. If you think I made horrible decisions or not. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next time.